Hello. Here we are live. Hi, welcome to this Monday. How are you? I hope everyone's good. And I hope if you have the opportunity to listen in that you can say hello, drop me a comment, let me know where you're listening from, either now if it's live or later on in the replay. So let me introduce myself. My name is Linda Downey. This is an episode of my podcast, The Unconditioned Life, and it's also live conversation streaming on social media. And this is streaming in multiple places. So if I don't see your comments or your hello right away, I will definitely go back and look and respond or answer any questions. Okay? So tonight's conversation is about your energy field and stress that you're experiencing every day, like on a regular daily basis, that kind of stress. And then also stress that's been stored in your body. So stress that comes from things that have happened to us in the past, life experiences that we really didn't get to process or move through. And we hold that stress in our body sometimes for decades. And so how those things affect our actual life force energy, the energy that's moving through your body all the time and really not only keeps you alive, but also really determines how life is going for you, how your health is playing out, how things in your life, your success, your relationships, your experience of joy and purpose, all of that, very, very much related to your energy field. So, hi, Janet. Hi, thanks for saying hello. So understanding that is really critical for how life goes and how it feels. So I want to first talk about the energy field a little bit more so that you can understand that. And then I'll tell you, or we'll talk about how stress affects it. So your energy field, as I said, it's your life force energy. Once we don't have life force energy in us anymore, we're no longer alive, right? It's the energy that actually has us be living and breathing in this human body and in this life experience. So we get our life force energy from the energy field, right? From energy that's all around us. That's what actually comes into our body and gives us our own energy within the energy centers of our body. And the energy field, you know, you can think of it however you want. I actually think of it as God energy, universal energy. It's intelligent, it's organized, it's all-knowing, it's in every single thing, every being, from the tiniest little bug to anything ever. That's the energy. That's the energy that we need in order to be living. And energy never goes away and you can't create it. So energy just is, right? You know that probably from high school. It is always there. It will change form. So we know that from water, right? Water can change from steam to liquid water to ice and back again, changing form. Energy can do the same thing. So like, think of it this way. You can have, let's say, the seed of an oak tree. Is that an acorn? I think it is. Let's say an acorn. And that energy that's in that acorn actually allows the acorn to grow into a tree, right? It's the energy, the life energy of that acorn that does that, along with nutrients and water and sun and all of that. But you have to have the energy there, or none of that is going to make a difference. Just like for us, it doesn't matter what you do with your diet. It doesn't matter what supplements you take. It doesn't matter if you change your job. It doesn't matter if the life force energy is not there and if it's not working correctly. It all gets driven by that, right? So back to that acorn, grows into an oak tree. It lives its lifespan. The energy is still there. The energy goes out into the leaves. When the oak tree actually dies, the energy doesn't disappear. What happens is those leaves will drop and fall into the earth. And now they'll become compost, or new acorns will drop into the earth and grow new trees again. It's a life cycle, yes, but it's all because that energy never dies. It's just there transforming from acorn to tree to leaf and back down again. The same thing with us. when people die, the physical body goes away, but the energy in here, it leaves the physical body because the body is no longer using it, but it doesn't go away. It goes into the field, and then it is part of the energy field. So energy never dies, nor can we create it, but how we use it is going to determine how our life feels, how successful we feel, how our health goes, how joyful we feel, right? And how we are managing our energy. So when we're born and now we're like living in this life and we need this life force energy, we have an energy system in our body, just like our blood, our cardiovascular system, just like our lymph system, right? You can see those. You don't see the energy, but it's in there as well. It circulates through our body, and it has to move through several centers of the body. Each center is responsible for certain systems and organs of the body. Each center is governed by different hormones and biochemicals and different neurotransmitters, part of the nervous system. So each center has to be functioning well, and then it has to send its energy up the chain to the next center and the next center and the next center. That's how it works. Okay, and then it moves up, goes back out into the energy field, and we have this whole field around our body. We also have a field around our heart. So around our heart, level with our heart, we have an entire energy field as well. And that energy field is very, very impactful on the area around us, the space around us, and the people around us. So it's the energy of our heart that actually affects other people. And you might have noticed this in your life. You ever, like, you're in a room and somebody comes in and they don't even say anything, but their energy can, like, you totally feel it. It could either be great energy, like, wow, they're great high vibe, tons of great energy, or their energy can pull everybody down. And that's really an actual field emanating from their heart. And the heart is the creative center. The heart is where you feel and where you create your life from. So if you're feeling upset, angry, or happy and joyful, that's why people get that from your heart center when you walk in. And so the people you live with or work with, your heart field, the field around your heart is affecting each other all the time. Okay, so that's how energy moves through the body, up and around, and then the heart center, but there's 7 different centers in our body. Now, the topic for tonight is stress and past trauma. How do they affect how you manage and utilize that energy field? So when you are stressed and you have an experience that's upsetting, that causes fear, that, whatever it is, you're feeling stress, right away, your thoughts go to that external event, what just happened. Maybe it was a car accident. Maybe you were in an argument with someone. Maybe you got some bad news, but whatever it is, your attention goes to that event and your brain is processing it. When your attention goes to that event, the energy, we want it to be very much centered in our body. We want to really have access to the most amount of energy that we can, because when we have a lot of life force energy, managing it well, that's when we have good health. That's when each of the systems of the body are working well and doing their job. So we're not getting sick because the immune system is doing a great job. And we feel good when we eat our food, and we don't have a lot of food issues because the digestive system is doing its job and our hormones feel balanced, right? So we want our life force energy in the center of our body, along that channel where the centers are. But the second something happens that has you be upset, tuned in over there, and that's what our brain does, is like it hyperly focuses on the problem in order to protect you, right? But it hyperly focuses. Now energy goes there. It goes to really whatever you're thinking of, when you're ruminating in your mind about an argument you had 2 days ago and you're still chewing on it, and I should have said this, and the next time I see them, I'm going to make sure I say that, and why would he ever say that? And you're going over and over and over it. You keep sending your energy out of your body. You're dispersing it. It's like it's scattered. And that can happen, on any daily basis of anything that has you upset and focuses outwards from you. Also, past trauma, things that happened 4 decades ago when you were little, and big things or not even big things, but they happened and you never had a chance to process it out. You never had a chance to really feel your emotions, say what you needed to say. Maybe people told you, shut up, children are seen and not heard. Be quiet, I'll give you something to cry about. You just got the message it wasn't okay for you to be angry. There was a lot of stress in your household already, so you didn't want to add to it, so you just swallowed it. Whatever it is, that's in there, and that disrupts the energy because the energy wants to flow in a particular direction. And think of it as like electricity, like a current. It needs to be connected to flow smoothly. So when we hold things like past experiences, I'll use the word trauma, when we hold that, it disrupts the circuit. So now there's like a gap. It's not so much like a block, although we call it energy blocks, or we have to remove our blocks or get rid of what's blocking our energy flow. But it's not so much a block as it is a gap. It's like a place where the energy isn't flowing because there's a disruption there. Okay, so that's how the past will affect your energy or on a daily basis. But we want to get it into the center. And when the energy is in the center of our body and we are more focused inward. So let me talk a minute about that. When we're focused inward, we're really feeling certain of ourself and who we are. We feel safe enough to be authentic in what we want to say to people. We just feel grounded. Part of those energy centers is grounding us into ourselves. So when we're focused inward, we can manage our energy field so much better. When we're focused outward and now the energy is scattering, you're losing your life force energy because it's scattering, number one. And number two, your focus feels scattered. So people who have brain fog, people who say, I'm just a mess, I can't keep track of things. It's that scattering of your energy. Yes, there are physical reasons for brain fog as well, but I promise you, if you get the tools to manage your energy and get your energy centers balanced, the physical things that cause brain fog, certain toxins in your body or whatever, your body will be better able to handle them. And also if you're doing something to get rid of them, your body can work with it when you're focused inward. When you're focused outward, what the problem is, all the things, it sends your energy outward. So signs, you can really tell by your life, the results that you're experiencing in your life, how well your energy field is being managed. And it's not something to make yourself wrong about because who's teaching us this, right? This is quantum physics. This has now been 100 years recognized in a lot of research, and more and more and more research is happening at the higher educational institutions, Stanford, Harvard, University of California, Southwestern University. All of those universities are doing extensive research on energy and health to really understand this, but nobody's teaching us this unless you're studying it like me, right? If it's your thing. But so don't feel bad if you're like, I don't know how to manage my energy field, because why would you until you have a reason to learn, until someone teaches you, right? But you want to learn how to get the energy back inside. So there's ways and techniques that we do that. And then also changing your perception about your life and what you experience so that it doesn't keep getting scattered. right? So it doesn't keep dispersing everywhere. So I started with what might you notice? So you might notice like the brain fog, scattered thoughts, feeling in your life like you're not connected, like you don't ever feel grounded. You don't ever really feel in your body. Life might feel a little bit, I don't know about surreal, but maybe surreal, or just like you're disconnected, like you're looking around and you're feeling like other people look connected, they look like they know what they're doing, and I don't ever feel that way. I can't seem to get a grip. I can't seem to get traction in my life. So it might show up like that. It's definitely, if you're having chronic health issues, things that just don't get better, you just keep needing another protocol or more supplements, or you're going to the next doctor because you only got so far with the last one, or your prescriptions are handling these symptoms, but now new symptoms are showing up. All of that is your body's way of telling you the energy field in your body is not balanced and it's not managed well. What your body is doing is an expression of the energy. Everything that we have, I want you to remember this, everything that we have in our physical body and in our life experience is first created in the energy field. The energy has to first go there by how you think and feel, what your thoughts are all the time. Life is really hard. This doesn't work out for me. I got a raw deal. My childhood sucked. All that stuff, those thoughts and emotions are going into the energy field and creating a reality. And then your physical body and your life is an expression of that. It's not the other way around. It's not that you have problems in your body and now you are messing your energy field. Your body is an expression of your energy field. So it's, if you have autoimmune conditions, those were being created for years in the way that you think and feel before any symptoms showed up in your body. And I can say this because I've had 4 autoimmune diagnoses, 4, okay? So no judgment in that, but I was living a life that was angry, stressed out, resentful, feeling unworthy and unlovable since I was a kid. And that kept going in my field until it showed up in my body. So until you change your thoughts and feelings in an enough way that you can change your field, you can't change your body. Your body will always be struggling. It will always be trying to figure it out. You'll always be trying to figure out what's the thing that's missing. And the same thing in relationships. You might find yourself in this next guy, but very different guy, but the circumstances, or not the circumstances, but how you feel in the relationship is the same. Or jobs, you can only get so far and you never really get further in your jobs. It's all the same thing. And understanding that your energy field is the bottom line for all of it is the key to making all of it be better. Okay? So if you have any questions on that, please put them in. If I don't see it now, I'll go back. Every month I do a free workshop. So this is just like a 15, maybe 20-minute conversation. But every month I do a free workshop, not live like this. You have to register so that we can talk to each other, so that I can do some work with you. And this month's workshop is going to be on the energy centers in the body and the energy, really how to balance the energy centers in your body. There's also then the energy field outside of your body, but I want to start with that. So that's going to be this month's workshop. The link is coming if you want to register. It's free, but you just need to register, and then you'll get the replay even if you can't come. If you want to put it on your calendar, it's the last Thursday of the month, whatever that date is, and it'll be 7:00 p.m. Eastern time. So it'll be in the evening, and you'll get the replay as long as you register. And then that's really leading into, if you want to do more work than just a freebie workshop, but you really want to get in and get some work done and get a lot of techniques and practice and feedback, I am starting in May a 3-month mastery strictly on your creating, using your energy to create what you want, which is really manifesting, if you've heard that everywhere, or the law of attraction. Like, people hear that and they're like, I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to attract things. But there are some really key pieces that if you don't understand and you're not including in how you manage it, you're not getting the results. So that's a 3-month mastery program that I'll be talking more about in the workshop, and I'll be talking throughout the end of the month as well. But if you want to have like a deep dive, handheld, let me learn really how I can manifest things in my life and how I can change my energy, I would invite you to consider enrolling in that with me starting in May. Okay. And then I'm also doing a whole year of spiritual development, because the marrying of our life experiences, our trauma, our stress, our life force energy in our body, marrying that to spirituality. And the spirituality is the bigger energy field, the God energy, the universal energy, and understanding how they work together. And there's multiple tools that I'm going to use to do that, but that's going to be a year-long mastermind. If you're really like want to hang out with me for a year, it's going to be 2 calls a month and a one-on-one coaching call every month for a year. So look for details on that, but definitely come next week to the, I think it's next week already, the free workshop. If this topic interests you, or if you're experiencing any of the things that I mentioned, the scattered thoughts, the feeling of not being grounded and connected in your life, the chronic health issues, the inability to have really great connected relationships that last, and feeling purposeful and joyful whenever you want, not just when something good happens and then the rest of the time you're miserable, but all the time, regardless of what is going on out in the world and out in your life. Okay? Thanks so much for listening. I'll look for your comments. Say hello if you watch the replay, and I'll see you over a cup of coffee, I'm sure, again this week. Have a good night.